I remember when I first was organized, the church was first organized in the little greenhouse down the street. And Reverend Booker, Sister Booker, and we had 5 in the choir, I think about 7 members. And Reverend Booker always said, the choir would march out of the bedroom into the living room for church, okay? And I was the president of the choir. And we would go in there and we sing, and then he would do his 5-minute sermon, and we enjoyed, and then we was ready to go home. And I looked forward to it And one thing about Reverend Booker and Sister Booker I really did love about them, they were so humble right then when he was doing that little 5-minute sermon, just humble as could be. And now that God have blessed them so much, they still that same little humble. They never changed with all the blessing. He loved children. That's one thing I remember. They would get in we had a little bus. They got a little bus after we got in the first church building. And they would get him and Sister Book on Sunday morning, that little red and white bus. They ride around in the neighborhood, pick up children for Sunday school and church, and they would talk about them with all them children, Booker with all the children. But look at it now. Those children have children, grandchildren, and he loved him and Sister Book, but they kept children at the house. They couldn't every time, I've been around Book and Sister Booker.
We used to go to their house, and Sister Booker would come to my house and ask my mom, could I come over to her house? And my mom say, she can't come today because she didn't wash the dishes. And Theola would say, girl, get in there and clean that kitchen up. She say, so your mama could let you come. She say, no, Theola, she not going because she don't do what she's supposed to do. So Sister Booker say, get in there and clean the kitchen up, and then you get to go. So I clean the kitchen up. So my mom said I could go, and I would go over there, and we have a good time. Reverend Booker would make us go to bed because we would cut up. And he said, Theo, won't y'all go to bed? Because we would keep up a lot of noise, 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, had to get up for church.
Reverend Booker has really been not only a pastor to us when we were kids, he was a parent, a teacher, and you could understand what he's saying. A lot of things that he told us, stayed with me through high school, through work, college, or whatever. Some of the things really literally saved my life, kept me on the right track. Just knowing that, this person told me this, Reverend Booker, told me a lot of things that really helped me on my way through life.
We used to have good times on the bus, and, we called Reverend Booker Reverend Daddy. And then we would get into an argument. Some of us would get into an argument, then we would start fighting, and then we'll get off the bus, we'll go sing, and then we'll come back and pick it up from where we left off. It was a mess. We were bad.
I was one of the worst kids in the church. I really was. Oh my God, I was so bad. It was ridiculous. I don't even know why they didn't try to throw me out of church.
I was, when we started when Pastor Sister Booker started on North Ridge, the church started on North Ridge. I was told that, I used to crawl under the chairs and all that and those type of things.
But the thing that stands out so much about this, now Ronnie's gonna kill me by telling this. But anyway, all the men were sitting in the living room there at Pastor Booker's house. And all of a sudden, out from another door that led into the living room came Ronnie. Ronnie was a little boy. And he had a ukulele in his hand. He just jumped out there in front of us and did the split and started playing You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. Pastor Booker almost went under the seat. This boy is, I'm just organizing the church here. I'm talking to the men here about our plans for the Lord, and you jump out here playing hound dog.
A lot of those kids that were there at the church on Jutland in the 70s, they would come to the house and call my dad Reverend Daddy and those type of things. I don't think Lita Jr. or I were really there as 3 because we always had somebody there.
From the beginning, I just loved the way Reverend did his sermons, and that's why I've been with him for the 45 years. and I love his family, and they're also good, and they've been good to my family too. And Reverend has done a lot for me when people passed away in my family.